going. I don't have very many announcements tonight. I've got a few, but nothing that should take too long, and then we'll get right into the questions. Let's see here. If my internet decides to load. Here we go. Maybe. So, welcome everybody. I'm glad everybody's here. Again, this is Zach from Myshire Farm. We do this every Sunday, or we try to anyway. Every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we do a live Q&A. It's a community setting, so I read all the comments. And we do a couple fun things on here. So number one, if you are on here, if you want to let us know where you're from, it's always interesting to see where all the quail people are at in the world. And there's at least 2 or 3 people that go, hey, I'm your neighbor, or hey, I'm right down the road from you, or I used to live there, or whatever the case may be. So that's kind of fun to see. So if you want to let us know where you're from, please do so. Secondly, if you've hatched any hatching eggs from us this week from Myshire Farm, and you have not told me the hatch results, feel free to let me know on here. I'll write those down for our records and move them over when we get off. And obviously we like to support each other, so if you can, hit the like button and support the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. We do take donations for the 18 and under contest. If you don't know what that is, the 18 and under contest is something we do once a month, and we pick one young person, 18 or under, that emails me with their application, I guess. And all they have to do is just email and say, hey, I would like to win the contest because of whatever the reason. But we do this every month to encourage, educate, and enthuse the next generation to get involved with self-sufficiency, entrepreneurship, and they get a ton of stuff. I won't go into it right now. We've got a video on that, so you could type into the YouTube search bar 18 and under contest by Myshire Farm, and that video will pop up. And we've got even more stuff now. I still need to redo that video, but they get a ton of stuff. And so I take donations every time I go live. And that's the $ in the comments section. It's either a super sticker or a super chat. And what it is just a donation to the channel, and we take all of that and put it towards the 18 and under contest for an incubator for them. So, they get eggs in a cage and a brooder and lights and feeders and waters and govies and feed and business cards and all kinds of really cool stuff. But they don't get an incubator. So with your donations, they get an incubator. So you could donate to that if you feel like that is a worthy cause and you were able to do so. Obviously hit the like button, and then I do a couple of announcements. So before we get started, I got COVID this week, unfortunately, and I am still recouping. So I probably will not go as fast tonight, but I will try my very best. If I start feeling even worse, I'll probably jump off early, but I don't think I've ever done that. I probably won't, but that could be an option. But I will try to get through all the questions. And obviously this is a live question and answer. That's why we started this. That's why we do it every week. So if you have any questions about Coturnix quail, raising quail, breeding quail, butchering quail, quail for profit, quail colors, incubating quail. If you have any questions about Coturnix quail, feel free to ask, and I promise I will get to your question, and we will try to help you the best that we can. I do have 2 moderators on my YouTube channel, which is Verna Young and Ed Got Bait. They're both on here. They're blue in their name with a little wrench. And usually they'll answer your questions in the comments before I get to it, but we will both try to help you the best we can. I gotta take another drink, I'm sorry. So, I was not able to do my live last week on Tuesday. I probably will not be doing another live this week, because I have Zoom meetings on Wednesday and Thursday, and I've got a pretty busy week because next week I go out of town to go get some supplies for the business so that I can keep shipping to everybody. And then I come back for a week, get caught up, and then I leave again for Home Centers of America. So the next month is pretty much booked. But we will do the best we can, and my plan is to still at least do the Sunday night lives. I do have 2 YouTube videos planned for this week, so watch for those if you have not already subscribed to the channel. And I think that is all the announcements, everybody. Oh, we are less than 100 people away from hitting 44,000 subscribers. So that is really, really cool. Thank you very, very much for subscribing and spreading the word and love and hitting the like buttons and this, that, and the other. You guys are absolutely amazing. I appreciate it. S.O. Swanson just donated $25 to the 18 and under contest, and he said for the next up and coming youngster in their new journey. Absolutely. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And obviously, you know, it goes to a great cause. So thank you very much. Yep, I'm going to have to take another drink. Okay, here we go. Let's get to some questions and try to help you out on your journey and hang out. Tony's in the house from Toronto. Welcome. We're glad you're here. S.O. Swanson's in the house. Greetings from the backwoods of Mississippi to all you quail keepers. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Verna Young is obviously in the house. Welcome. David Lister is in the house from McAllister Lake. Welcome. Glad you're here. Ed Got Bait is obviously in the house. Keith is in the house from San Antonio, Texas. And Michelle is in the house from Payson, Arizona. Welcome. Glad you're both here. S.O. Swanson's in the house. We're doing some chatting before I got in. Keith says, Zach, what are your new lines for later this year and for 2023? 2023, it looks like we're only going to be doing one new color. It's not really a new color. It's a new category. I don't really know what to call it. This year, by the end of the year, we will have 3 new colors on the website. 2 are feather sexable, 1 is not. But the one that is not is probably going to be, as of right now it is, but I want more generations and more consistency with it before I for sure say it. But as of right now, it is the most productive layer in the barn. So right now, before Rosettas were the most productive layer in the barn, followed right behind Tibetans, Golds, and Scarlets. And this one has superseded Rosettas by quite a bit. So that's really exciting. The other 2 are rare colors. They're really fun. I've never seen them before consistently. And consistently, yeah, I said that right. And we will be getting those on as soon as I can. It's on my to-do list to do this week, but like I said, the next month is going to be rough. Not a lot of extra stuff going on in the next month. Bob with Boz in the house. Scott from Louisiana. Welcome. We're glad you're here. PJ's Family Farm is in the house. Hello, all you beautiful quail people. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Gutros Urban Homestead's in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. Dr. Connie's in the house from Florida. Welcome. Jesse Mills is in the house. Welcome. Yeah, I mean, I'm not feeling great, but I'm got to get back to work. George and Jenna really stepped it up. I've had COVID 3 times. And the first time, you know, I just didn't really feel well. The second time, barely a cold. This time it knocked me on my butt. So I was in bed, could not get up Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah. I was knocked on my butt, did not leave my bed Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I got my phone caught up because I was tired of looking at it and seeing like 137 texts. And that took just all my energy. Friday, we had some issues on the farm. I had to go out there and resolve those. That took all my energy. Yesterday I did a little bit, and then today I've been working for about 7 hours. So I'm getting there. Sometimes you just gotta be sick and tired of being sick and tired. You know what I mean? Diana's in the house from Kansas. Welcome. Glad you're here. Graham Fam OK's in the house. Central Oklahoma in the coop. Welcome. Katrina's in the house from rainy Gilroy, California. Welcome. Donna's in the house from Louisiana. A couple Louisianas tonight. Robin C's in the house. Hello, my Quail family. Hi, Zach. Welcome. Hi, my favorite mods, Vern and Ed. Hope everyone is happy and healthy. Much love from Michigan. A favor, Zach, please give Dalton a hug. There you go. Yep, Dalton, we've got puppies. We've got purebred Great Dane puppies that we are selling. So if you would like one, we have plenty because she had a litter of 14. We have sold some, and obviously Robin C is getting one. Already named him Dalton. It's a really cute one, and pretty mild too, which is nice. Yeah, we've let him out the past 2 days to roam for a while, and they are loving life, loving life. Terry Wright's in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. The Creekside Homestead is in the house from Washington. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. If you are new to the live or new to the channel, usually I'm a little bit more upbeat. Usually I'm a little bit faster, but I am struggling greatly. So bear with me. And if you can come back next week, I promise it'll be a different atmosphere. But I'm just happy I'm on for right now. Falster Farms is in the house. Welcome. Superhero Quail is in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. Shirley Tinker's in the house from Virginia. Welcome. Glad you're here. I'll be going to Virginia in, I don't know, 4 weeks. I think so. I'll be traveling all across this great country next week. I'm going to a lot of places. And then Homesteaders of America is in Virginia, and I'm actually going to go see Ed Got Bait while I'm there, which is pretty much the opposite side of Virginia, but he's worth it, so it's fine. John Wells is in the house. Hope you're feeling better soon. Thank you very much. Gutros Urban Homestead says, Zach, our QuailCon eggs go into lockdown tomorrow. That is awesome. Congratulations. And obviously keep me posted. Cheryl's in the house. Hey, Zach, my hatch rate was great. I got 41 out of 50 hatch out, but I don't know what I got for birds. That's great. 41 out of 50. That is wonderful. I can look up your order and see what you ordered. Congratulations. And yeah, you did a great job. Congratulations. Thanks for letting me know, too. Especially with the good hatch. Wade's in the house. Well, that helps me understand why I haven't gotten a reply on text or emails from a week ago. I hope you feel better, Zach. Thank you very much. Everything is caught up. So all texts and emails are completely done, and I am happy to have that. Again, S.O. Swanson donated $25 to the 18 and under contest for an incubator, so thank you very much. I greatly appreciate that. Foster Farm says, hope you feel better soon, Zach. Thank you. Yeah, I think I'm to the point where I don't care anymore how I feel. Like, it's time to get stuff done. They did a good job keeping up, but, you know, I do a lot, and then they couldn't do their stuff because they were trying to do some of my stuff. So their stuff didn't get done, and my stuff got halfway done. And so it's, you know, it's time to get back to work. So I just don't care how I feel anymore. It's time to get back. Whiskey Tango Farms is in the house. Welcome. Hi, Zach. Hope you're feeling better. Thank you. Petamal Farm says, sorry, I'm a little late. Hey, from Middle Tennessee. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Blake Phillips is in the house. Hey, Zach, I hatched 65 out of the 110 whites. It's not too bad. Whew. Would have been better, but post office didn't hold package and sent it with courier, even though it said hold for pickup on package. Yeah, you know, I've learned two things throughout the years with the post office. One, they don't read too well. And two, they're all soccer players. So, and if you've gotten hatching eggs in the mail before, you know what that means. George Miller's in the house from South Carolina. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Linda's in the house. Says, hey, Zach. Linda from Lathrop. I am just getting back into quail. What's a good way to provide airflow for the birds? Fans above their heads, facing them, or below them? It's a good question. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. I wouldn't have it directly on them. I'd have them, a couple feet away. If you can, if you've got one that's just clipping onto your cages, then I would probably put it. I'd probably put it at the top. Or on the back. The back would be a good idea too. But it doesn't really matter. If they get some airflow, they'll be happy, no matter where it's coming from. Big T's Farm Life is in the house. Hello, beautiful. Beautiful's baby quail sitting tonight in Suffolk, Virginia. Well, welcome. We're glad you're here. Gutros Urban Homestead says, everyone, don't forget to hit the likes, to get your likes in. They said it much better, or they typed it much better than I said it. But yeah, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could. That'd be absolutely amazing. Moon Outdoors is in the house. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. Foster Farm says, Zach, how do you spell your name, Zach, or Zach? I'm not very particular, and I don't really care. I pretty much answer to anything. But the way I spell it is Z-A-C-K. Is the way I spell it. Bob with Boz in the house. I have 25 hens that are 8.5 weeks old and still not laying. Should I be concerned? Well, you need to make sure that it's 16 to 18 hours of light a day. Make sure that it's 3 quail per square foot, and make sure that it's 5 hens to every 1 male. If all 3 of those are done, then we can look into start troubleshooting a little bit. We still have some time. I mean, usually they have started by now. I would assume it's a light issue. But if those 3 things are not done, then that's the cause. If those 3 are done, then we would have to look at it, and most likely we'd look at the feed next. Happy Homestead's in the house from Devil's Elbow, Missouri. Well, welcome. We're glad you're here. I have my to-do list here, and I just thought of something I need to do. I'm sorry. I lost it. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, everybody. Mariah Carson's in the house from Twin Oaks Farms, North Canton, Ohio. Well, welcome. We're glad you're here. Superhero Quail says, one of my 2-week-old Rosetta and Tibetan Tux mixed chicks is chirping extremely loud. Is there a chance he's a roo? It could be a roo. Usually it's telling you, most likely it'll be a roo. But usually that's not the cause. The cause is usually because it's trying to tell you it's not happy about something, whether they don't have enough feed, or they're out of water, or they're too hot, or they're too cold. Usually the chirping means something. But every once in a while you'll get one that just won't shut up. They're a chatterbox. Metal Mender's in the house watching while pickling eggs. 12 pints so far. Very cool. Congratulations. David Lister's in the house this week. We reached our goal of enough quail to feed our family 2 meals of quail a week and lots of eggs. Thanks to Myshire, Verna, Ed, and all our quail family for guidance over the last few months. That is awesome. Congratulations. That is a huge accomplishment. That is a huge accomplishment. Congratulations. That's really, really cool. Very cool. Dale Larson's in the house. Hi, Zach. Hope you get to feeling better quick. Just wondering what the timeline is again for the jumbo wild eggs. Is it still 12 weeks? If you've ordered, then it's about 14 weeks on the jumbo wilds. But no one will be ordering any jumbos except for the whites for the rest of the year. I took them all off until January. lost my spot. Oh, Katrina says, glad you're feeling better, Zach. Thank you. Pettimal Farm says, I just hit Tennessee on the west side. I'm assuming you're traveling, so be safe. Diana Tuttle's in the house. I'm glad you are here too, but hope you feel better. Thank you very much. Boss says, when are you coming to Louisiana? I would like the opportunity to meet you. I'm going to Louisiana next Wednesday. I don't know. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, next Wednesday. But I'll be in Louisiana for no more than like 3 hours. I go right across the border, get my stuff, and then start heading back. It's a long drive. Sorry, I just got a text. Lauren says, are y'all selling stuff in person at the farm yet for those of us nearby, or just shipping? We are only shipping for the rest of the year. I'll actually be doing a video on that this week, but during QuailCon, actually, I mean, luckily it didn't happen at QuailCon or because of QuailCon, but during QuailCon up north in Ohio in Defiance, which is closer to Michigan, they had an AI outbreak, an avian influenza outbreak, and they euthanized 40 million egg-laying chickens. 40 million. So that's going to hit stores pretty hard. I don't know what stores that they were selling them to, but now that AI, that was a big number. Like that 40 million, that was a big number. Like if you want to think of how big that is, like type out or write out 40 and then all the zeros, and then you'd be like, holy cow. So we've completely shut down the rest of the year to be safe. We are, what's the word? We are, like when food comes, we're putting it into the garage for 5 to 7 days to quarantine before we bring it down. They're not allowed to bring it down our driveway. They have to go up to where my house is. Like we're taking a lot of precautions because that would be awful. And we do have insurance, but the insurance is, I mean, it's a joke. USDA or whoever issues the check usually gives you like a quarter of what the animal is worth. So we got to be safe. So no, it's only shipping the rest of the year, unfortunately. Sundial Fragrances Sniff Recommendations is in the house. Get well soon, Zach. Thank you. Baby quail are hatching from the eggs I got from you. Will email with final results. So far, I am 20 out of 29. That is awesome. That is really, really good. Congratulations. That's really cool. Congratulations and good luck. And you're in Texas. Welcome. Wade says, Zach, I ordered jumbo mix eggs August 11th. Originally, you figured 3 weeks. Any update on what I should expect? Getting itchy. My text must have gotten missed in the mix. I would assume in the next week or two. I don't know. You'd have to text me with the order number. But yeah, I don't have any texts on my phone right now that have not been responded to. So maybe I don't know what happened. But you can send me that order number and I can get you an ETA. Sundial Frankie says, this is Georgia from Houston, Texas, by the way. Okay, all right, very cool. Amanda's in the house from Wisconsin, was just wondering what your thoughts on artificial light in an outside aviary over the winter. I'm got mixed information on whether it's a good idea or not. I don't think it's a bad idea. I think if you want them to lay during the winter, you're going to need artificial light. I recommend it. There's not any downsides for doing it, except for a little bit higher of electric bill, but it's not that much. And you're going to get more production out of them to offset that. So yeah, I'm all for it. I don't see any downside to that. Superhero Quails and asks, can I try incubating my fertile eggs that I put in the fridge? I was planning to eat the eggs, so I placed them in my fridge a few days ago, but I have some extra room in my incubator. You can try if they've been in there for over 24 hours. Most likely it's a lost cause. So I would probably just eat them and start collecting again. I think you get a pretty bad hatch rate. So I wouldn't, and I would just start collecting again, but you could, and you'll probably get a couple to hatch. False Farm says our quail had started laying again after the trip home from QuailCon, but our sheep keep walking over to say hi to them and are freaking them out, working on moving cages as fast as possible. Yep, they really don't like other animals. They're not too fond of them. Big T's Farm Life says, Zach, I think my quail are rugby players. They eat like them. They eat like them too. They can be. They sure can be, and they'll eat you. They'll eat everything they can. Tanner's announced first time with quail. Well, welcome and good luck. Day 17 tomorrow. Have 22 Coternics and 20 button eggs. Hoping for decent hatch rate using Nurturite 360. Well, good luck. I wish you all the best. And day 17. So your buttons are going in. Your buttons are already in lockdown, so those should be hatching soon because they hatch out earlier than Coternics. So cool. Very good luck. Or very cool and good luck. Get in touch with us. We didn't get you our info. I'm a goof. Maybe you're not talking to me. Cherylson has Zach. I ordered jumbo whites, but I got a mix of birds and I don't know what they are. You can text me your order number and we can look at it for you. Panama Farm says avian influenza just hit Tennessee on the west side. Yeah, it's going to hit big, unfortunately. Any news on how it affects quail? No, but we won't have any concrete information on that until at least mid next year. I'm sending a bunch of quail to 2 different universities, opposite sides, pretty far apart, and they're going to do tests and find out, but that won't be happening until January. And then it'll take them a while to run the tests and everything. Time and Timber Homestead's in the house. Hello, everyone. Tuning in from Southwest Missouri. Hope everyone is doing well. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Yep, it was quarantining. I couldn't think of the word. I've got a foggy brain lately. Superhero Quail says, what do you do with all your quail poop? Do you use it as fertilizer on your farm? Do you sell it? Well, the poop from our brooder room we fertilize or we compost, but all the quail poop in the main barn goes into a septic system, gets drained twice a year. They take that to a place in between Columbus and Cleveland, and then that turns into bioenergy that I don't have anything to do with. But we've got some videos on that. It's pretty cool. D. Melton says, hey, Zach, Don Melton from Anna, Texas here. So glad AI has stayed away from your area so far. As far as I know, we don't have it in Texas yet. Praying it stays away from everyone on here. Yeah, absolutely. And the video I'll be doing this week is not, I'll be going over what I just said about AI, but we're also going to give you a bunch of tips that Jim Ward, which was a speaker at QuailCon, it just happened. The 40 million that got infected with AI just happened when he came. And so he was going over all these other best practices that we should start doing and things like that. And so I'm going to relay that information to you as well. Jennifer62 says, question, hey, Zach, I ordered jumbo whites from you. They're doing great. If I keep breeding all their offspring, will they all be jumbo? More and more. Yeah, about 92 to 95% are all going to be jumbo weight. And the more you just keep breeding them, the higher that will go. So yeah, absolutely. Right. Panama Farm says, I've got quail, turkey, chicken, ducks, and rabbits. AI would devastate a large part of our farm. Absolutely. Yeah, so we captured the peacock and the ducks and the geese, and we put them all in the aviary so they're not roaming around anymore. So we literally have nothing roaming on the farm. Usually we have a bunch of free range animals everywhere. We don't have anything anymore except for our pigs. They just go wherever they want to go. I got to fix the fence, but they stay in the yard and they're not tearing anything up. So bottom bottom of the totem pole right now. But yeah, it's weird not seeing the peacock just be around and the geese and the ducks walking past. Like it's been like that for years, so it's kind of weird. Rusper says I checked in last week. 50 jumbo whites, 58 made the trip. 17th, 30 hatched. 18th, only 2 so far. Have 13 that weren't fertile or didn't start. Hoping for a few more. Thanks for the eggs. Awesome. Congratulations. Obviously, keep me posted on the final results, but I would increase your humidity about 7 to 10%, and that'll probably help the others hatch out. Time and Timber Homestead says I did a full makeover of the aviary recently and got all the birds moved back in. Those are some happy quail, lol. This summer was rough on my breeders. The heat had them plucking out back feathers. Yep, and unfortunately they do not grow back, but they'll still be productive. They just don't look as nice, but they still taste good too. D Melton says Jim's talk was very informative. Hope he's back at QuailCon next year. Yeah, I think he's going to be one of our staples. He was here the first year. He was here this year. He'll be back next year. I love Jim. He's a wealth of knowledge and a great guy. Time and Timber Homestead says they are finally growing those feathers back in. Poor birds look awful, especially the older ones. I think I will mix in some higher protein starter feed to help with feather growth. Thoughts? Yeah, that's a good idea. Usually they don't. Of course, if they're older birds, they'll molt, so they could. Actually, a while ago, we had an issue with that, and the fan broke in the barn during midsummer. In fact, it was last year, and so it got real hot and stuffy, and it took us a couple days. And anyways, our cages are colony cages, so there's a lot in there, and they give off a lot of heat. Anyways, that happened to us. They still laid. It wasn't the end of the world. They just looked bad. So George actually brought down his, because he does show chickens for shows. So he brought down a couple bags of like show chicken feed that's supposed to, like, make the feathers all silky smooth and help growth and this, that, and the other. And it really did help a lot. So I think that would help a lot. Katrina says, I'm sure the birds are happy being cooped up. They probably need something to do. How are they all getting along in the aviary? I noticed only some of the feathers are growing back, so the super bare spots probably won't grow all the way in. No, usually they don't. Usually they don't. Now, because yours are older, there's possibility they might, because they might go into a molt. But even then, they're going to be older, so they're not going to... I don't think they will. I think they'll grow some back, but I think there's going to be either patches or a strip that just won't grow back at all. Jennifer62 says, so the jumbo white quail with dots or black on them, are those not true jumbo whites? No, both of them are jumbo whites, the ones with no dots and the ones with dots. If they make weight, they're jumbo whites. There's no difference in them at all. Just different lines. That is all the questions tonight. So I don't know if I'm just not being very entertaining, or you guys feel sorry for me, or we just didn't have a lot of questions tonight. I don't know what it is. But that was probably the fastest Sunday Night Live we've had in quite some time. Now, I do have a huge to-do list before I go out of town, so I can start working on that. I did see a couple texts come through, so I'll look at those before I move on to something else. But I appreciate everybody showing up. Time and Timber Homestead says, oh, I will look into the show feed supplement. Yeah, I mean, it works pretty well, the best that I've seen. And then, like I said, I probably won't do another live. I do have 2 videos planned for this week. And then the Zooms, if you signed up for the Zoom class, either Wednesday or Thursday, those are still on. Hopefully I'll feel a lot better by then, but if I don't, I'll still get on those. And then I will be traveling next Tuesday, so Sunday Night Lives are going to be the only one I'll be doing for probably the next month, until I get back from Homesteaders of America. So So make sure that you tell everybody to join the Sunday Night Live, because that's all I've got. So everybody, thank you very much for showing up. I really appreciate it. And I was waiting around for just a minute to see if there was any other questions, but there is not. Thank you very much for letting me know the hatch rate numbers, pretty good numbers. So thank you very much for letting me know that. I mean, that's been 3 weeks. I think we're covered. Yeah, I think we're covered. So thank you very much for showing up. I really appreciate it. And until next time, everybody, as always, stay safe.